Good evening. Oh, I thought, I thought you were gonna say with me.
I think you should do it this time.
We're back, episode 3.
Good evening.
Alright, what are we doing today?
We are discussing Loner by Teddy Wayne, one of the best books that I've read in quite a while.
One of your best books you've read in...
I dropped my notes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's one of my favorite books that I've read in a long time, and I thought it was really...
oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was really skillfully done. I had such a fun time. Like, it wasn't an enjoyable read. It was a very cringy read, but I had so much fun with it.
When did you read it?
Last year.
Oh, last year.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you still, remember all the details?
I remember the, basic structure of what happened.
Okay. Alright. Now, for reference, I borrowed it from her. I just finished it this week because Lona was my sort of main focus of the week. What are you reading now then?
Oh, what am I reading now?
Because you say you already finished 2 books because you have days off.
I finished reading. Let me look up the author so I don't butcher it.
Horror?
Yes, horror, of course.
Okay.
Gone to See the Riverman by Kristopher Triana.
Okay.
And it was so good. It was so good. I love just a protagonist that is chronically unlikable.
Hence, you liked Lona.
Yes.
Does it have bugs in it?
No bugs. No bugs. Okay. But there is a river. And there is a riverman.
Okay. River? What do you mean river? What do you mean river man?
He's the riverman. He lives along the river.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You know when people make deals with the devil?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's the riverman.
Oh, okay. Is it like a supernatural horror?
Yes, in a sense, yes.
Okay.
But it was...
Personally not a huge fan of supernatural stuff.
I think you would probably hate this, actually.
Kind of ironic because given that I like fantasy, I don't like other fantasy elements in horror. I want horror to be down to earth.
So you don't like monster or ghost horror or anything
really.
like that?
Nah. I want just down to earth horror, thriller, murderer, crime, those kind of stuff.
Well, I think I don't think you would like the supernatural elements in this book, but I think that for the way the author did it, it is so well done. The descriptions of the riverman are absolutely haunting. And even if you just skip over the riverman completely and you focus on the protagonist and her relationships with the people around her, it's still such a compelling story that you could almost overlook the supernatural elements about it.
Okay. Oh, so the riverman is not the protagonist?
No, he's just a part of the story.
Okay. I did enjoy Last Days.
Yes, yeah, that was
I did enjoy that, even though it's got that was a good one. That was actually one of the very first horror novels I've read.
Were you scared?
I was scared. I think because that was the first proper horror novel I've read. So I wasn't used to having that feeling of dread. And, because normally I read at nighttime.
Yeah.
When you close the book, you're suddenly so aware of your surrounding.
I was like, did I leave a coat on the floor, or is that something ominous?
Yeah, and then there's one night I closed the book because I read it in the other room, and then I was walking to my bedroom. It was all dark. The entire house is dark. And you know how there's these what do you call it? Sort of like a monster, like a supernatural monster, blood something. Where they sort of initially look like shadows on the wall.
Yeah.
And then they appear out of nowhere, remember? Yeah, that was creepy.
It's so creepy, wasn't it? And I think that book did such a good job at building the suspense, and the descriptions of
Mm.
the creatures are just so hard to visualize. And in a way,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
feel like that enhances it because your mind's left to fill in the blanks with the most terrible thing that you can imagine.
Mm.
And that's
And
what.
the ending was very satisfying as
Oh
well,
yes,
if I
it
remember
was. It
correctly.
was.
Yep.
Um, but I'm also reading two books at the moment.
Mm.
I'm reading The King in Yellow.
Oh, you started it.
Yeah, I started
Okay.
it. Who's the author? Robert W. Chambers. And the other book that I'm reading at the moment is, let me open my Kindle app, Endless Night by Richard Lehman.
Okay. All these authors I've never heard of.
Oh, Richard Lehman, he's like kind of a horror icon, I guess you could say.
Is he? Okay, so
Yeah.
he's popular in the scene.
Well, it's kind of like his books were very big, like I think in the 80s, where that kind of
Okay.
like pulpy horror paperback vibe. That's the
Ah.
kind of shit that I love. And
Ah.
I am having such a fun time. This is my first Richard Lehman. I can't believe it took me so long to get to him, but I am having such a fun time with this book. I can't put it down. 10 minutes ago, I was
Okay.
reading it.
Ah, is he still writing currently?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but I downloaded like so many of his books because I'm just like, this is so good. I have to buy all the other ones.
This is one thing I envy, like for people who just read standalones and not a chunky book.
It's so much less of a commitment.
Yeah, that's like one. I know I like fantasy, but so many fantasy books, they're just too chunky.
They
Like,
are.
I want to start so many books, but I just can't. They're mostly 500-600 pages, even more usually.
What's the perfect amount of pages for you for a story?
No, but the thing is, for fantasy, because I know it's intentional. Like, it's got to be long.
Yeah, 'cause
you
there's
got to
all the
build up the
world
world and
building,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, and then it's a series, so I understand that. But like I do need. I don't mind reading chunky books, but that's why I need to have like short, snappy standalones in between.
Mm.
Maybe I think 300 is just right for short read.
My sweet
For me.
spot is like 350. I think that is
350?
the perfect book size.
Yeah.
Gives me something to
Yeah.
gnaw on, but it's not too
Yeah,
short.
I would prefer a bit shorter ones because I'm really reading chunky books. So yeah, something that I can finish quickly, something that has an ending within 200 pages.
Maybe you should read this book. Going to see the Riverman.
Because I am very interested in reading King in Yellow.
Yeah. So far, I'm not too heavy into it because
Okay.
like I said, I started reading Richard Lehman and I was like, this is everything that
Yeah.
I've been searching for so long. I need to consume all of it all at once, and I just got so sidetracked by it. But from what I have read, King in Yellow, at least the first little segment, I think I'm about maybe 100 pages in. It's very compelling. Very
But
compelling.
it's a short stories.
It is.
Right?
It is.
Collection of short
Yeah.
stories. Do they have like? Are they like completely different sort of themes every story, or is it sort of overarching thing going on?
I don't know. I want to go into it with kind of a
Okay.
blank slate, so I haven't read too
Yeah.
much of it online. I haven't read any reviews or anything like that at all because I'm like, I just want a clean slate when I go
Speaking
in.
of like really old horror books, were you reading Goosebumps series when you were growing up?
No,
You haven't heard of Goosebumps?
I've heard of it, but and I've seen some of their like old paperbacks because I'm really obsessed with like late at night going on eBay
Yeah.
and just looking at.
Yeah.
I literally just search book.
Like book by its title? No. Oh, just
I just
search
search
book.
the word
Oh.
book and then I go to sort by and I go ending soonest. And I just look at all the ones that have like 30 seconds left. And that's why I end up with some of the most bizarre books. Because I quite often fall victim to, oh my God, there's 30 seconds left on this book that I am moderately interested in. I must buy it immediately.
Goosebumps, I used to read it in primary school. This is
Oh,
very old. I don't remember a thing about the series, but I remember that it was like horror-ish. And at that time, obviously, my English wasn't as good. So, because this was in New Zealand, like I told you, when I was in primary school, they got a few books from that series in the library, and I wanted something that looked mildly more interesting than other books. And the cover was a bit typical, like 80s, really corny sort of cover.
yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen some of the covers on
yeah,
eBay. They look very cursed.
yeah.
But
Cursed.
did you enjoy them? Were you ever scared by them?
Nah, I don't remember being scared by it at all.
No.
Either because I didn't really understand it, or whether I haven't finished like one whole book. Maybe I just read a few chapters, didn't like it, put it down, tried another Goosebumps. But I do remember the series.
When
That and the Captain Underpants.
oh, a classic,
Uh,
a
but I
literary
couldn't get
icon.
I couldn't get that out of the library because it's always either rented out or someone else is reading it.
That's
Yeah.
because it's good. It's because it's good. Um, I remember borrowing out a lot of books from the library when I was in primary school. One of my favorite was like a series about a dog that could like, I think it was a dog that could speak, but like he
Okay.
was being,
Series.
yeah, he was being secretive about it. Didn't want anyone to know that he could
Oh, speak
speak.
as in like actual speaking.
Yeah, he could like talk.
Oh, okay.
And then
Okay.
I remember, are you familiar with like Del Toro Quest?
Del Toro Quest. I think I've heard of it, but no, nothing comes
Hold
to
on,
mind.
let me Google this because
Del
I
Toro
maybe I
Quest.
dreamed this. Yeah, Del Toro Quest. I never read any of the books,
Uh,
but they came out with this like kind of like almost like a wiki of the universe that Del Toro Quest is like set in,
oh, okay.
and I read that religiously. I was like, this shit's good. Not interested in the series, but the big book
Mm.
that talks about all the creatures in the world, yeah, I like that. So, what are you currently reading?
Okay. Obviously I can't list all 14 of them. My
Yeah.
main focus is currently Golden Sun by Pierce Brown,
hmm
which is book 2 of the Red Rising saga. You've heard of Red Rising series?
Yes, I have. I just saw
You
it in
have.
Big W the other
Oh,
day.
thank God. Thank God we've got some common ground.
I saw it the other day in Big W, and I was like, I know that Jay has
Uh,
recommended this. Will I pick it up? No.
but yeah. By the way, Pierce Brown, super hot
Yeah?
if you look him up. Yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
Googling right
uh,
now.
yeah, yeah, Golden Sun, and then the other book is what's my other focus? N.K. Jemisin's 5th season, which I'm not having a huge fun out of it at the moment. But that's a book that won the Hugo Awards for all 3 trilogies. So I mean, like, it got awards, must be good. But anyway,
I think you have bad taste in men.
what? He's super hot, isn't he?
No. He
Are
just
you sure
looks
you
like
looked
a
up the right person?
guy. He's
Yeah,
just
but look at his smile. So charming.
he's just a guy. I could find you 10 guys that look exactly like that just at my
Yeah,
petrol
I mean,
station.
he looks kind of like a typical, like, white man. But,
He looks like, when people do those videos where they have like the perfect face template and then they
uh,
Photoshop someone so that they have the perfect face according to science. He just looks like
uh,
that.
so which means objectively, he's good looking.
I mean, objectively, he's symmetrical,
Uh,
but
oh, I don't see him as symmetrical, but I mean,
he looks symmetrical. He looks very
you don't see him,
symmetrical.
you don't find him attractive?
No.
Is it just me?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're alone on that one.
Oh, okay.
But I have
Right.
quite refined tastes.
Yeah, you have a very unique taste in men, so I might be majority. Like,
My taste in men is my partner, and that's it.
he's gotta have a beard.
Yeah.
right?
I do like a
Yeah.
beard.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a beard?
And what did you say? The sad eyes.
Well, yeah. Ryan had sad eyes when we met, but now he's got happy eyes, and that's even better.
I mean, yeah, sad eyes doesn't necessarily mean they're sad. It's just the eyes that you can see some sort of sadness in their eyes.
It's a savior complex. I can fix him. Ryan didn't need fixing. To preface this, Ryan didn't need fixing. He is a magical, wonderful partner and the best I've ever had. He's brilliant. He did not need fixing. But prior to him, I did indeed have a savior complex. I had a really bad one. That's how I ended up with my cat, Ben, who's got crossed eyes and one tooth.
Oh, right.
I looked at his sad little face and I said, who will love him if not me? And then I spent more than my car on him. He's one expensive little man.
But I don't think savior complex is necessarily a bad thing. Yeah. I mean, as long as they don't take advantage of you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And cats will certainly not take advantage of you. So Ben will be very lucky to have you.
He has a heart of gold, and he's my precious little baby boy.
What B? You got him after Benny?
Yeah, B.
I mean her.
Yeah, she was purchased long after Ben.
Okay. Oh, so Ben was the first pet between you and Ryan.
No, I had Ben before Ryan.
Oh, you had Ben before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first time Benny sat on Ryan's lap, I'm like, all right, we got the thumbs up. We got the thumbs up. He's a trustworthy man.
Okay.
But B is, I think she's more Ryan's cat. She's definitely got a favorite person, and I am not it. So, Lona. Do you wanna give your opinions first, or do you want to go over a quick summary of what all happens in the book?
Maybe just a quick summary.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was thinking we keep the first part spoiler free, and now we'll fence off the spoilers. We'll give you a heads up as well, because we'll discuss heavily on the ending.
Oh yes.
I feel like, and there'll be a lot of plot reveals. Because I think first half and second half is very, very different. I read it very in a different mindset.
Really?
For obvious reasons. So the premise is protagonist David Federman is a Harvard freshman. Is very clever, but sort of invisible, I should say. It's very socially awkward. Makes cringy jokes, and I think he's sort of quietly convinced that the world owes him a better life than the one he had so far. That's a feeling I got. Anyway, he meets this girl named Veronica Morgan Wells. She's beautiful, rich, very comfortable in a world he's only ever studied from outside.
She's kind of like a social elite, really. She's
social elite, yes.
Yeah.
And so David becomes fixated on her.
Enamored.
Enamored, infatuated. And to get closer to her, he starts making little compromises. And then, it's just things take a dark turn.
Things spiral out of control quite quickly.
Out of control quite quickly. Okay, so first half of the book. Now, I have to be careful this episode, because what I say, it might sound like I'm defending him. By no means I'm defending the protagonist, especially the second half of the book. But the first half, I could really relate to him. I could really relate his thought process.
Really?
It's
in what way? In what way?
It's sort of in a way that I was like him. Like I was very socially awkward, especially this was maybe when I was in high school, not in uni. So from uni days, things sort of normalized for me. But in high school, I was sort of just like him, in terms of what he thinks inside. And again, I'm stressing. I'm only talking about the first half of the book, not
We
the
we
second
both
half.
agree that the protagonist of this book is like reprehensible in the things that he does.
Yes,
He's a bad
yes,
person objectively.
objectively.
Mm.
I don't want to reveal too much before the spoiler section, but the okay. So the first, I think you hyped this book up too much
Oh, you
for
think
me.
so?
Yeah,
Wow.
for the first half at least.
Mm.
And I kept waiting for it to start, like things to begin.
Mm.
It just reads like completely normal campus novel to me. Awkward guy, he has a crush. There's some dorm politics. I was sort of underwhelmed.
Mm.
But I feel like looking back, I think that flatness is on purpose
Mm.
by the author. I think the author, what's his name? Oh, Teddy Wayne. He puts you in that spot where you feel comfortable and relatable. Like that, the boringness and the loneliness is sort of things that a lot of men, or maybe some women, will relate to.
Women are not allowed to be lonely. Is that what you're saying?
No,
I'm
no.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
What did I just say? What did I just say? No. What did I say? I don't think I said anything that's not appropriate.
No, you didn't. I'm just making fun. I'm just taking the
No.
piss.
This is why I have to tread very carefully in this episode.
Well, I think we have very different viewpoints, being different genders approaching this book, because my experience of the first half was completely different.
Okay, and this is another very important point, I think, because I'm reading as a male and you're reading as a female.
Mm.
And the book is written in second person. So you in the book is Veronica.
Yes.
And as a female reading the book, it would almost feel like he's addressing the entire plot to you. You know what I mean? Like, the reader as a female. But as a male, you're sort of nodding along with David's thought
Yeah.
to a certain point. But then at one point, you start questioning yourself. Huh? Like, where is this going with this? You start questioning yourself.
Mm.
But at least first half of the book, I mean, it was totally relatable to me. I felt very empathetic.
Well, I think a lot of people can relate to kind of being a loner, being a little bit socially awkward. Like, you're preaching to the choir here. I still am, to a degree, a very socially awkward person. You and I are both very introverted people.
Yes, very.
So I think one of the things that introverts have a tendency to be is we tend to be loners, we tend to be lonely, we tend to be not as skilled socially as some of our more extroverted peers.
That's right.
So in some ways I can see how you could relate to that.
But I don't see how you keep saying, like, did you feel he was so unlikable from the beginning of the book?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I find so interesting. Like, so what's so unlikable about him?
Well, I found him to be incredibly pretentious. Just the way that he describes things is so wordy and over the top and exaggerated. I thought, oh my God, I'm sick of this guy.
Really?
I found it very disturbing how he sees Veronica for the first time.
Yeah.
And the only information about her that he can glean is that she's pretty and she's liked by her peers. And so all of the other things that he kind of projects on her are his own imaginations. Like, he perceives her almost as like a gateway to a higher social status, to this world that he feels like he's owed, where he's going to have the best college experience of his life. He's going to be popular. He's going to have friends. He's dating this beautiful woman. But he doesn't actually know her.
But he tries his best to get to know her.
In a very weird and creepy way.
Yeah, that I agree. But I mean...
And she doesn't show any real indication that she's interested in having much of a relationship beyond what he can do for her.
Yeah, that was very cringy when he was, trying his best, but you can clearly see that she's not interested.
Yes.
It was very cringy.
Yes.
But, again, I have to phrase this very carefully. A lot of guys are like that.
You think so?
Yes. I mean, if, like, imagine yourself, you're a guy, like, you think
Hold on, I'm
when you get
imagining it.
Okay. You're just starting your uni life.
I'm imagining it. All right.
Okay, you're a university student male now?
Yeah.
Okay, you were somewhat of a loner for your entire high school life.
I don't have to imagine that.
If it's any consolation, we'll say so do I. Like, I was the guy. I was the loner in the high school.
I have lived that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know how you feel. Anyway, so you get into this very prestigious university. Also, by the way, this was said in Harvard. If I didn't mention that earlier, and you think your life's gonna change, but things don't seem like they're too different from his loner days at high school. And you want to fit in, and you see this very attractive girl, and she's, like you said, she's what was the phrase you said? Social elite.
Yes. Yeah.
And then she's very popular amongst her peers as well. You want to get to know her. You want to be involved. You want to let her know that you exist, to be able to live the life that you imagined that you would have in uni.
But another thing that I have a problem with is, like, he does get into college, and there are a group of people that kind of pull him into a friend group, but they're not good enough for him.
That's another point I was going to mention.
He views them as lesser, and he does have women that are attracted to him. It's just not a woman of the social status that he thinks he deserves.
Yep, that was exactly the point I was going to mention later.
Another thing, he thinks that everyone around him is just so dumb. He constantly, in his internal narration of the events, he speaks about them in very unflattering ways, and I'm like, dude, you all got into Harvard. Like, you're all very intelligent. But he just can't see that.
But I think it's his way of sort of his defense mechanism, because in a way, that's his only strength. His knowledge with the words and how he can, flip the words, those kind of things. Because he's got nothing else to make himself stand out. So I think that's why he's constantly going back to the flipping thing and everything.
And that's another quirk of his behavior, is he really likes to spell words backwards.
Yeah. And objectively, he's very clever. He's very clever with words, right? Like, you can't deny that.
Yeah, his vocabulary is huge.
Yeah, huge.
Even though he does say some things that immediately in my head, this guy is just, like, pretentious as hell. Like, he's.
Oh, by the way, one hurdle for me reading this book is David is such a pretentious guy who likes to use fancy vocabulary. I had to search dictionary every couple of minutes when I was reading this book.
I did too. I was like, I don't know this. Eventually I got fed up, and I was just like, no, I'm going to go through this book with half an understanding, because I don't have the patience.
Yeah, that's what I did as well. Anything else you want to mention before the spoiler section, before we sort of dive deep?
One of my favorite things in this book is such a small thing, but it's mentioned very early on. David's kind of a mumbler. He kind of mumbles. And so every time there was an interaction where he would say something and then someone would go, "What?" I loved that detail.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he's such a mumbler. Everyone has a hard time kind of understanding, because he's obviously quite a soft-spoken guy. He doesn't project his voice with confidence, so he's kind of mumbling through his sentences. I loved that.
Yeah. I didn't catch that at first, but like one of the characters does mention it explicitly. I think it was Sarah,
Yeah.
which is his girlfriend, that he mumbles a lot.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I loved that detail. I don't know why, but it's just something I've not seen in another book. Someone make a comment like that and then have so many conversations that are just people like half hearing him and going, huh?
Which adds to his characteristics of being a socially awkward loner.
Yes.
Yeah. And I gotta mention the cover. I've got the book right here. I love the cover.
You do?
Because it's got this Harvard emblem. There's the title loner. And I don't know if you noticed, but it says at the bottom, it says a novel, but like backwards in a mirror image. Yeah, it was very smart. Okay, so from this point on, you're talking full spoilers for Lona.
Yes.
Everything, including the ending. Now, a bit of a content warning. Past this point, we might be discussing some sexual assault.
Themes of sexual assault. It won't be explicit or anything, but that is
Yeah, it
something
won't be
that
explicit,
we are
but
going to discuss in relation to the book. So if that's something that you're sensitive to, listen with care.
Yeah, and yeah, because that's where this book ends up, basically. If that's not something you wanna hear, completely fair. You can skip to the spoiler-free section, or wait for the next episode. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the ending? Did you see it coming?
I did. Like I knew his behavior was going to escalate because it just continued to escalate, and I knew something big was going to happen.
Yeah.
From memory, the ending, like it almost feels unsatisfying in a way because it feels like there's no repercussions for his behavior, but in a way that also feels very realistic. Like I can believe that a situation like that would happen and David would get off scot-free.
Yeah, because the whole book is written in David's perspective. Because at the end, after the incident happened, when there's no trial or anything, and he gets off with it or something like that.
He doesn't really face any repercussions for what he did.
He doesn't, yeah.
What he did, by the way, is he hid in her closet and then basically surprise attacked her and attempted to assault her.
Which was very creepy.
Very creepy.
Veronica's lawyers, do you think they should have pushed for a trial at least? Or do you think the way it ended is sort of it fits the theme and the book, or what the author wants to convey?
Well, honestly, like I said, I think it's a realistic depiction of a situation that could happen, and I could see it ending up that way. I think there could be a lot of people saying that Veronica should have pushed for a trial, but then again, like, you need more than just a he said, she said situation. And at the same time, there's a lot of pressure on Veronica to essentially relive that situation, which for a lot of victims, that is incredibly hard to do. And by this point in the book, she's already so thoroughly creeped out by him that I can't blame her for wanting to just cut ties and move on.
That's right. And it puts extra burden on her.
Yeah.
As well. It was never her job to fix the system. Like by volunteering to be torn apart by it and then reliving the moment over and over again. So I think it's and like you said, it's very realistic.
Yeah.
It happens. Sadly, it happens a lot of times. The book doesn't end with catharsis.
No, it feels almost unfinished because, like I said, it is realistic. It does happen to people, and sometimes you have to make the choice of, do I want to battle this out or do I want to be rid of it?
Yeah, and another thing that I found very creepy after finishing the book is the whole account of David's story. I feel like it's still ongoing. He's obviously written this account, the book, way after the incident, because he's kind of remembering all those events starting from the day he met Veronica and until the incident and the aftermath and all those. I feel like he's still holding on to her.
Yeah, I got that sense as well.
yeah, he's not. He couldn't still. He's not moving on from Veronica. He wants to tell his story from his side to Veronica because it's addressed to you, which is Veronica. It's kind of creepy.
Everything he does is kind of creepy.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's right. He does.
It
He does a lot of things that are creepy.
It does bring me to a good point, though. Do you believe that David, as the narrator, is reliable in his retelling of the events?
Yeah, that's another very good point. Because he could have narrated it however he wanted.
Exactly, yeah. And to me, the way this is a very abstract way of explaining it, but David strikes me as the kind of person where someone will insult him and then hours later he'll be in the shower replaying that moment and then being like,
Yeah.
that comeback would have been so good in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
very easily picturing him just like adding little flourishes in the book, here and there when it suits him to kind of manipulate the narrative.
For me, the ending was, I thought he would either kill himself, especially after he found out about Veronica's thesis, or he ends up killing either Sarah or Veronica.
Yeah.
But luckily no one died, but it was still brutal.
Which, for context, do you want to just describe a little bit about what Veronica's thesis was about?
Yeah, so she was doing this social experiment comparing a very popular guy that she's dating with, and comparing him to a relatively less popular and a somewhat of a loner David. And her thesis discusses transaction in love.
Yeah, essentially. And she would make little notes of how much money her boyfriend spent and what sexual favors she did for him following that event. And her focus on David was essentially, what can I get this guy to do for me without ever giving him anything?
Yeah.
If I just give him breadcrumbs, what is he willing to do? Which is
to what length he's gonna go for me.
Which is a sick and twisted thing to do, mind, but
it is very manipulative.
Yeah, it also
in itself.
I think suits the character of Veronica because she throughout the entire book she is very manipulative, and she doesn't seem to much care about other people's feelings. But
definitely, she used him. That's a fact.
Absolutely.
I feel like the book is kind of daring you to treat that like she deserved it, but obviously I don't think that way. Because manipulation and assault are not on the same level by any means.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm gonna give you two characters and neither of them are likable, and you kind of have to empathize with both of them a little bit.
Yeah.
Neither of them deserve what happened to them.
Yeah.
But they both did some pretty shitty stuff. At what point in the book did you realize that David's behavior was no longer something that you could empathize with and starting to be something that you thought was, exceptionally creepy and unforgivable?
I think the part where he steals the belt of her bathrobe.
Yes.
And cutting that initial out, carry it with him.
In his pocket,
Yeah, in his pocket everywhere.
See, I went even before that when he was first initiated into his group of quote-unquote friends at college, and one of the girls, Sarah, there shows interest in him, and she wants to get closer to him, wants to date him. And the fact that Sarah and Veronica are roommates, and he's like, okay, this is a ticket to getting into her room.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That's
too.
when I was like, all right, this is beyond just innocent little infatuation. This is like proper creeper stuff.
That was the one part that I couldn't relate in the first half of the book. Yeah, he was using Sarah as a means to get closer to Veronica.
Well, he was kind of using everyone that he could to get closer to Veronica. Because this is the object of his idolization, his ticket to the life that he wants. And he would stop at nothing to get his perfect college experience that he thinks he is owed.
Speaking of Sarah, I think Sarah's a very interesting character as well. Because she's the only character, I think, who wants something that isn't transactional.
Yeah.
She just wants to be liked by someone who sees her.
And I think that's one of the, like, the main points of this book is that she is the most likable character.
Yeah. That's very ironic because Sarah was the one person offering David exactly the thing he wanted.
Yeah, like she was kind of the reason why he got incorporated into the friend group. They were all kind of doing their best. They were like really putting in a lot of effort to kind of include him in everything. And she fancied him and she wanted him to be involved with her group of friends and she wanted to date him and they started dating and she put in so much effort and the entire friend group really put in so much effort to kind of connect with him, but it wasn't good enough. In his eyes, it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, and I think that group, Stephen, which is David's roommate, who was also in this friends group called Matthews Marauders, I think they act as a control group, so to speak, because they're saying there is still a bit of awkwardness. They're still outsider status in a way, and same lonely freshman year, but they don't hurt anybody.
No, they're good people.
And yeah, they're good people. They're having fun. They're having their own, things going on, which is what David should have done.
It's what he should have been looking for in the first place.
Yeah.
Just a group of people to connect with. And they did
exactly.
their best to connect with him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Stephen did his keep trying to help him include. And yeah, but David did think that he's too good to be with them.
Yeah, this is a guy who's incredibly socially awkward. Like, a lot of times things that he says will just fall completely flat, or he'll say something completely that he's heard someone else say completely out of context and just parrot that. And it's always so awkward. Or he'll just randomly say a word backwards as well.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to include, and they don't turn on him until he and Sarah break up. Which is another thing. One of the moments in this book where I was like, this guy is shit. He's the worst person on earth. Because he uses Sarah, of course. But he also kind of pressures her into situations where she's not entirely comfortable with it.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
He keeps pushing boundaries. And once he's got what he wanted from her, he's like, bye. He breaks up with her. And like immediately before that, he was having a conversation with Veronica as well. And she's like, I always go for like bad boys. Like, yeah. And so he hears this and immediately he's like, I gotta break up with my nice girlfriend who's very polite to me and lovely and treats me really nice.
In hindsight, Dave is such a jerk.
Right?
It's so unlikable, like you said.
He's horrible. There is nothing redeemable about this character. I mean, a lot of us can empathize with being loners, being lonely, being socially awkward, but that's no excuse for everything that he does. And another thing that I want to say, as someone who is incredibly introverted, as someone who is not good with people, when you're invited into a friend group and everyone is putting in effort to involve you in things.
Yeah, there's nothing better feeling than that.
Yes, but there is also a degree of a performative, you need to perform. You need to also give back.
Okay, all right.
Because I'm not the kind of person that can just strike up a conversation with anyone. But I will engage in small talk against my will most of the time. I will put in a lot of effort to keep a conversation going, to engage with people, to ask them how they're doing, because I know it's important. David is just so self-centered that he does not care. He sees the effort these guys are putting in to involve him, to include him in this part of the group, and he just does not give anything back.
Because he wasn't even in his mind to belong to that group.
No.
He believed he belonged in a different, more cooler group.
He thought he was in a higher league than everybody. Yeah. And I couldn't stand that. I'm like, you've got people, good people, that are trying so hard to connect with you, and
Yeah.
they're giving their all to try and
Mm.
involve you, and you're giving absolutely nothing back.
Yeah.
Every social interaction is like there's give and take. You know, it can't just be one
Mm.
sided. Otherwise, no one's going to want to talk to you.
I think that's where my empathy sort of fades over time gradually.
Mm.
Because at first you empathize with him and you relate to him because I was somewhat like a loner as well. But if I had a group like Steven and all, Sarah and all those guys, I would be very happy to be involved. And finally, someone trying to make effort to make me feel comfortable and try to include me into events and all those things. Those guys will turn out to be my best friend.
Because they're putting in effort to get to know you.
Yeah,
They
that's
want
right.
to connect. They want to foster a deeper relationship.
Yeah, that's right. And that's where David's mindset is slightly deviates from my empathy. He doesn't even bother with them. Like, like you guys just do your own thing. I'm better than you guys.
And like, because he's so socially bad, he doesn't even consider like one of the things that humans typically humans. I sound like an alien. Oh no. One of the things that humans
Busted.
typically enjoy in conversation. That's such a weird sentence. I'm so sorry. I believe that I am on the spectrum. Novelty is a big thing. So he could have easily, like, it just as the point of connection, say there's a lull in the conversation, David could be like, hey, if you say a sentence to me, I'll repeat it back to you backwards. Test me. That's a point of novelty. It's a point of interest. It's
Yeah.
introducing a part of himself. He's got this weird quirk that not a lot of people are able to repeat words backwards like that.
Yeah.
There's so many ways that he could have put in effort, and he just didn't. It pissed me off so much.
Yeah, I like him less and less the more we talk about him. and when he does go to the reunion as well, he's so happy to like show off. He finally had this, he lost his virginity and he had cocaine, and
he had all these wild, crazy college experiences.
Yeah, and he wants to show it off, and otherwise he said he wouldn't even attend.
Yeah.
But just because now he's done all these wild stuff, he wants to show it off to his friends. Yeah.
Which, like, it shows you where his friends place value. The fact that his high school group of loners was mainly interested in doing drugs and having sex with women. That's where their values lie. Not what are you learning? What kind of friends have you made?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which, I do entertain the fact that to some extent that is general boy talk, Just
it depends on the group.
And the age. And the age.
And the age, yes.
But
yes.
you got to remember these kids are just out of high school, so their brains not really on their studies.
Yeah.
What did you think about Veronica using David to do her assignments?
That was actually a twist that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah?
I thought she was just bitchy and just try. I knew that she is taking advantage of David, but I didn't know that she was actually doing this social experiment for her thesis. That was a very surprising twist for me. But it made me like, as soon as I read that page with Veronica's thesis, I was like, oh shit, David is gonna do something. That's what I thought. He's gonna either kill her or kill himself.
Yeah, because that's...
I don't know if you remember, but he makes a phone call to his mom right after reading that thesis.
Oh, I didn't remember this. And he's
crying and... Huh?
I don't remember this.
Oh, yeah. He calls after finding out about the whole experiment thing and Veronica's thesis. He calls his mom, or her mom calls him or something. So he speaks to his mom on the phone, where he usually doesn't or rarely calls. And he started crying and mom saying, "Oh, is it about a girl problem?" And he said, "Oh, I had this girl, I've broken up with her or something, if I remember correctly." And the mom suggests, how about writing a letter to letter to herself, even though it doesn't reach her or something like that. She suggests something like that. So that's initially I thought what this whole book was.
Yeah.
Sort of like an account of it's like a letter to Veronica, try to get over her or something like that.
Well, maybe in a way
But
it still is.
it still is, because he still writes about, after the incident, he still writes about it. It still addresses you as Veronica. That's, as like I mentioned, it's ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Obsession.
Yeah. And it's clearly stuck with him. It's clearly stuck with him. He's not over it.
Definitely not over it. He's not moving on. And do you think being in having Harvard as a setting, does it have any significant impact?
Well, I think the significant impact it had for me was just the knowledge that it is a very hard school to get into. And so I thought it was ridiculous that he would look down on so many of his peers and view them as not quite as smart as him when they all got into the same place. You all did the same test.
True. Yeah.
And that's why, I immediately suspected that something was up when Veronica got David to write her assignments for him. Because, the entire time she's like, oh, I just don't really know where to start. And David's like, oh, okay, let me help you. Let me type out some stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, yeah, that's really good. And she'll type out, a couple of really shit sentences. And he'll go, maybe not. Maybe. And she's just like, I'm just a girl. I don't know how to do it. I could tell based on her character, she is an intelligent woman. She is smart. So I knew when she was getting David to write her assignments, she's up to something. I immediately started to suspect her. And then later when she's like, oh, I'm so sick, I've got a cold. She's really playing up this, oh, I've got a cold. And then...
Oh, so that was your take.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, when this is a second assignment she's gotten David to write for her. And she's playing up how sick she is. And she's, oh, I think I'm just going to turn in for the night. I think I'm going to... And David's like, oh, okay. And so he goes to give her laptop back and she's like, but you're not done yet, though. Did you email it to yourself? It needs to be finished.
Yeah.
I was like, she knows exactly what she's doing. There is some ulterior motive here. There is no way, because she's smart. She got into Harvard. And by cheating to this degree, getting someone else to write her assignments for her, she's risking being chucked out. That's a huge violation.
Yeah.
So I thought there's no way that she would do that if it wasn't for a reason.
So you suspected it from that point. You know what I thought? I thought Veronica wasn't actually intelligent, and I thought she cheated her way to Harvard.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a possibility as well. The author does leave it very ambiguous, so it's possible that you could interpret it either way, really.
No, but then there is a scene where David watches Veronica sort of outside the classroom.
Oh, yes, and he hears her speak, and he's like, holy shit, this bitch might actually have some brains.
Yeah. So I think you're right, but before the thesis thing came out, I thought, and she was having an affair with one of the teaching assistants as well, and I thought that's how sort of she got admitted to Harvard, by that transactional love.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, when the thesis came out, I was like, oh, that's what she was doing all along. Yeah.
The part that really made me lose my shit was when he followed her home on her Thanksgiving break.
Oh, yep.
And he waits for her to basically leave, and he goes out to a bar, follows her to a bar.
Oh, that was the cringiest part.
Because
I feel
it's he's so socially inept, he doesn't realize that it's not going to fly to just show up where someone is and go, oh, hey, what a coincidence that you and I are both here at the same time, and I have no reason to be here, but you very obviously do. Isn't it crazy that we're both here at the same time? I was like, dude, there's only so many surprise meetings and coincidental bumping into each other that you can
Yeah.
justify before it becomes objectively you are stalking her.
Yeah. Oh, that was such a yeah. I know. I had the exact same feeling.
And that scene, particularly for me as a woman, that struck fear into me. It made me
Yeah.
so scared because I'm
Yeah.
like, I can just envision being Veronica
Oh,
and
that's right.
having some guy show up that you've been kind of feeding breadcrumbs for like a social study, and
Yeah.
he's just there. And you think, oh shit, this guy knows where I live, probably. He has been following me. I need to get out of here immediately.
Yeah.
Like that is such a scary thing. And the fact that he doesn't even think about this maybe might be a little bit scary for her. This might be a little weird for her. It doesn't even
Yeah.
factor into his brain. He's just completely in his own head. This is normal. We're coincidentally meeting each other.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. The big difference with normal loners and David is that David doesn't know what he's doing is cringy. Or
Yes.
is that because I don't know if you can relate, but when I'm at a place where I'm awkward and socially awkward, or where I make a statement and it came out weird, and that you've oh shit, I shouldn't have said what I said,
Yeah. Made a little social
but
blunder there.
yeah, but he doesn't know that. He's not aware that what he's doing is socially very awkward and creepy and cringy.
Yes, he completely lacks self-awareness in that
Yeah,
respect. He just
yeah,
he will say something and then it will fall flat, or people will say like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." And he'll just gloss over it like nothing happened. There's no even
yeah.
self-reflection of, "Oh, I wonder why that didn't land. I wonder maybe if I use that sentence out of context, or maybe is there a
Mm,
better thing that I could have said here?" He just does not give a shit.
no.
It's
And
so
the fact
funny.
that after he stalked her to her hometown in the bar, that he kept messaging her
Yes.
about his fake friends, and it's, oh, when he accidentally bumped into her, he said, "Oh, I'm meeting my friends here," and after they bailed on him when he was getting the drinks, he was like, "Oh, I thought you guys weren't gonna have this drink, so I just gave it to my friends." He just keep building on
Yes.
his lies,
Yep.
and he doesn't know that it's super obvious that what he's doing is like just basically stalking and creepy,
Yeah, it's
like
like
creep.
quite clearly
Yeah,
there was no friends coming to meet you at that bar.
yeah,
Quite clearly you were there because Veronica was there and you followed her there. And when she left, that was a sign to maybe back off.
yeah.
And
Exactly.
he
He
doesn't
doesn't know that.
interpret that at all. He's just like, "Oh, they just left." I wonder why. It's just, "Oh, they left. I'll catch up with her later."
Yeah, yeah. His brain just doesn't register like those things. Like,
Mm,
and like you said, you said you had this feeling of fear, right?
yeah.
When someone might be stalking you. That's what how I felt. Obviously, from I'm reading as a male in David's head, I just felt cringy,
Yeah.
and I can see that it's a very creepy thing to do, but because I wasn't at the receiving end of David,
And I think
it
it's
was
as
a
a
yeah,
from a female perspective, it's a lot easier to
mm,
put yourself in Veronica's shoes. There's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I think a universal woman experience is just having one creepy guy that
yeah,
has done some David-esque things in the past and just
mm,
does not interpret any signal that you're not interested.
mm,
And to see his behavior escalate like that, that was one of the main things. Is like, I'm scared about what
mm,
he's going to do. It's
yeah.
scary, the things that he's doing. It's terrifying.
From female perspective.
It's terrifying, but not for me though.
I mean, I haven't particularly felt the terrifying part, but
Yeah.
yeah, it is creepy still. Anything else we can discuss? I think I've pretty much covered all my points.
Did you find this an enjoyable read?
It was an enjoyable read.
You think so?
Yes, yeah, I think so. Especially the first later half of the book, I just consumed it
Yeah.
in one sitting.
Were you more reading because you wanted to see how his behavior would escalate, or was it kind of just, you know, just wanting to see how he unravels and the big bang at the ending and what's going to happen? And
I think it's the former, because even throughout the first half of the book, you can see how his creepiness develops gradually, you know, one thing at a time. You know, he steals, he lies, he cheats, you know, and I wanted to keep reading to find out where this ends.
yeah.
So that's why I said at least one of the characters gonna die, but it ended in a way more horrible.
Because it does feel realistically like he would go that
Yeah,
far, that he would kill
yeah,
her, kill himself, kill Sarah, kill someone.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
he's like his thought processes, he's narrating his thoughts the entire time, and you can just
yeah.
gradually see him get more and more fixated and more unhinged in his
Mm.
behavior, and it does feel realistic.
But the power of the book, I mean, what the author has done superbly, I think, is whatever happens, because you're reading David's account. I was somewhat a bit worried whether I'll, like, where I'll draw the line.
Mm.
Like, they're obviously objectively wrong thing that he did, but there's some gray area. Like you know, some parts you really didn't like him, but some parts I said, oh, that's quite relatable. You know, I was worried, like, if he keeps going on like this, he's doing very unethical things and illegal things in a way. It's at what point do I have to draw the line?
Yeah, at what point do you stop feeling empathy for this character, and
Yeah,
do his behaviors become
that's right.
irredeemable?
And then I was worried because I was so relating to his account in the first half of the book, when it turns out whatever he does is irredeemable. Is that a word?
Yes.
Yeah. Um, whether I will be able to hate this guy again.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's sort of a feeling I had throughout the whole book. But by the end, obviously, he's done such a horrendous thing. So that, yeah,
It's very hard to empathize.
yeah, it's hard to empathize at that point.
Yes.
But yeah, before that ending, I was like, maybe is he gonna redeem himself? You know how? Because I had no idea about the ending of the book.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's what kept me going.
And like as humans, we kind of want to see the good in people. And
Mm,
there are some parts during this book where you think, oh yeah, he's gonna go for Veronica and then get rejected, and then he's gonna go back to Sarah, and they're gonna end
yeah,
up, he's gonna
yeah,
realize that what he's been longing for has been there all along. And
yeah. That's exactly what I would have thought it would end if I haven't read any of the reviews or got
yes,
your reaction. That's
yes,
exactly how I thought it would end.
yep,
But
and
I knew something bad will happen.
yes. I the latter half of the story, that the second half of the book, I was compelled to finish it so quickly because I just felt sick. Like the
Mm,
tension that is created,
yeah.
my fear for Veronica was out of this world. I was so scared for her. Do I think she's a good person? Not
Mm,
really. I think she's done some pretty morally questionable stuff. I think she's done some pretty horrible stuff to people. But
mm,
also, I don't think she deserves anything bad to happen to her.
yeah.
So as I'm reading the second half of this book, I was like, oh, I'm like sick to my stomach. I feel awful. And then I got to the end of the book and I was like, oh, I wish it ended in a better way. I feel like Veronica deserved so much more than the ending that she got. But
Yeah.
I have to say, I think the author did an absolutely spectacular job.
Mm,
Like, in
yeah.
evoking that strong of an emotion, especially as a female reading this, like
Yeah.
just the amount of empathy that you have for Veronica, not necessarily, you know, because she's a good person, because she's not,
Yeah.
but just as a
That's right.
woman who is unintentionally attracted this kind of sickening, obsessive infatuation
Mm,
and
mm,
just not being able to get out of it.
yeah.
Oh, fantastic book. I don't think I will ever read it again.
Yeah, it's not something I would ever read again either.
No. But I think the author did like such a magical job. And like especially in the first half of the book where, like you said, he is almost quite relatable. I think a lot of people
Mm,
can relate to being
mm,
an outcast or feeling like they want, you know, a higher social status. They want to be liked. They want to have friends. They want to date
yeah,
the pretty girl. And so his behavior is kind of, it escalates in little tidbits. And at
yeah.
first you think like everyone can relate to being very infatuated with someone, you know, kind of
Mm,
idealizing them, thinking about them a lot, that kind. And then his behavior just starts to kind of creep towards, that's a bit weird actually. It's a bit weird
yeah.
that you would do that. Like some things are inside thoughts and we don't act on them.
That's right. Exactly right. Yeah. I mean, you can think about those things, but you don't actually like act on it.
No. And like
Yeah.
if you're just thinking about things, go crazy. Go wild. Be
Yeah.
as obsessive as you want. But when
Yeah.
it comes to your actual behavior,
Yeah.
you gotta be normal about it. You gotta be
Mm,
normal about it.
yeah. He does know the boundary, like we said. He doesn't. There's no self awareness of what he's doing is unethical or wrong.
Mm.
He's. Do you think he's a psychopath?
No, no.
Okay.
I think he
Uh,
has a very like keen awareness on how other people feel. I think he just doesn't give a shit. I
okay.
think he's clearly very unexperienced with women, which,
Oh,
you know, is made obvious by how hyped his friends are about all their new experiences with
yeah.
women at uni.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think he doesn't have that sense of, you know, the subtle boundaries that are put in place in just normal interaction sometimes that to
Mm,
normal people would signal, I'm not really that interested in you. It's like it just
yeah.
goes over his head.
If I were a psychologist, I would have find this book fascinating
Mm.
to try to figure out what's going on in David's mind.
Oh, it's very fascinating. Like,
Uh,
I think anyone with an interest in psychology would have an absolute blast. Well, not a blast. It's kind of a that was a wrong word. They would be very interested in this book just as an
mm,
examine, like a character study,
mm,
because it's very interesting. And like I said, as someone who struggles socially, one of the things that I had to do was focus on putting much more effort into
yeah.
interacting with people. You got to ask questions. You got to remain engaged in the conversation. You got to make sure people
Mm,
feel listened to and heard and important. It's social interactions are so difficult sometimes.
yeah.
And to see David be a part of a group where everyone's trying so hard and he just
Yeah.
doesn't care, that killed me. Because if you're
Yeah. That's
given
right.
on a platter a group of friends who want to connect,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
this is what he wanted. He wanted a group of people to connect with. It's just they're not good enough. I keep
Mm.
coming back to that because that was one of the main things that really pissed me off. Apart from all the other reprehensible things that he did that are just absolutely abhorrent and disgusting and evil. That was one of the things that parts of the book that I'm like, I really hate this guy actually.
Because in the beginning of the book, I actually liked the guy.
Yeah?
Because I thought he was funny, like not funny in a conventional way, but funny as in like, oh, that's very relatable, and what he does is cringy, but it's funny.
Mm.
But here's what I think Wayne actually pulled off. He didn't just write a book about a guy who does something terrible. I think he made your own sympathy a crime scene. Like you, to me, because I was the one who liked him at
Mm.
first, and he makes you go back and look at that and sort of recount all those events and all his thought processes, and then it makes you think again.
Mm.
Oh, this guy was actually a jerk.
Yeah, he gives you this character on a platter and he says, where's the tipping point?
Mm,
When
yeah.
do you think that this character turns bad? Where do you draw the line?
For me,
Mm.
I don't think I could draw a line. Like I said, I think it was a gradual spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just bit by bit, he's sort of getting closer to the other end of the spectrum. But that's another thing. I can't draw a line off from here. Like, oh, I hate this guy. Like up until here, he was okay. But I should mention the fact that she went out with Sarah just to get close to Veronica. That was a starting point.
Yeah.
But when he starts to actually steal stuff and stalks her, that was another sort of step up towards,
Yeah. Where you were like, absolutely
no
not.
way. Yeah,
I think
no.
the tipping point was absolutely when he starts dating Sarah for me, because I'm like, not only are you willing to hurt someone else to get what you want,
Yeah.
but also that's really creepy, actually. That's really creepy.
And they had such a good time. I mean, I don't know about David, but Sarah, I felt like Sarah had such a good time with David. And she I feel like she genuinely liked him.
Yeah.
But he
as
just
a
doesn't see that.
person.
He just used it as a tool to get closer to Veronica, or to get any excuse to, get into Veronica's room, or, to get some information about Veronica. That was very sad.
Yeah. And like you can tell that she did genuinely really like him as a person. Even with all his
Yeah,
quirks, even with his complete
that's right.
just inability to connect with other people, even with his
Yeah,
weird saying words backwards, she still liked him. And he just could not see because he was so infatuated with Veronica.
yeah.
He's just, didn't care.
Yeah, because Sarah even tells her parents about David and everything. Like yeah, I find it very ironic. What he was after was just right in front of him.
Yeah, the whole
She
time.
just, yeah, the whole time, but he just, doesn't look at it that way.
And another thing that I don't think we've mentioned, his parents are very supportive.
Oh yeah,
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 his parents are like very level-headed,
yeah,
like charming parents. That
yeah.
he doesn't come from some kind of, abusive household. There's no,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I never thought of it that
yeah,
way.
no indication to think he would have been in a bad upbringing. His parents are fully supportive. They're great.
They're very normal. Like they're lawyers, and like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. That's
and
a good point.
his mum
Yeah,
even like calls him to try and check up
yeah,
on him, I think, and
yep,
he's just not
yep,
interested in talking at all.
yeah. So it's not the upbringing.
No.
So something, yeah. Then what do you think? Just his personality, you reckon? It's just his character. When he's fixated on something, he just goes all in. Like,
I think this is a person that has spent a lot of time in isolation in their head with themselves.
and
And
maybe building up too much imagination in his head that he's better than everyone, and
I think so.
he deserves better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think another thing is he not my idea's gone.
Okay, it'll come back.
It'll come back in like 30 minutes when I'm laying in bed. He's lacking social connection. That's something that he wants very much, but he also is not willing to put in any effort for it at all.
All right. I think that's about it for the spoiler discussion. All right, time for dosage.
Yes.
All right, so as a reminder, we've got our own unique rating system. I know you don't like rating books, but just think of it as how much you enjoy the book. Just to gauge at this point in time. I know you can change it like later on, but as a reminder, yeah, dosage is our unique rating system in order, top to down. It's devoured, obsessed, satisfying, average, grind, and existential crisis. Oh, sorry, existential regret.
Existential crisis is just the daily, actually. That's just a baseline for me.
What would you give the book?
I devoured
What
this
dosage?
book.
Oh,
I thought it was fantastic.
wow.
Like it did I enjoy it? I would say that's a stretch because it was a
Okay.
very difficult read for me as a woman to get through. But
Yeah.
I think that the author did such an incredible job that I can't give it anything less than like 5 stars. I
which I agree.
It was
Yeah.
done so incredibly well. just the restraint that he uses, the pushing of the behavior. Where do you draw the line? When does this become irredeemable? I thought it was
Oh,
magnificently well done. And it is one of the
wow.
books that I've
Okay.
read that has stuck with me for months. And I think that's also a test of a good
Mm,
book is how often do you think back on it? And I think
yep.
back on this
Yep.
one quite regularly.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a surprise. I didn't know you rated D. Wow.
It was
Now
great.
I'm
It was great.
now it when it comes to the author and how he executed the book, I couldn't praise it higher.
Mm.
But the book itself, I would give S for satisfying.
Yeah.
I think the main reason is that every time I think of the book, I think of David now because he was the narrator,
Yep.
and like by no means the author did this like superb job writing this book and then evoking this feeling, but I really don't want to think about David anymore. Like it's
He's not likable. He's not
not
enjoyable to think
likable.
about. Like I said, when I read this book, I don't think of it as a pleasant experience, but I think
Yeah,
the emotions that it was able to invoke by being so well
yeah,
done, I can't give it
yeah.
anything less than the best.
Mm, that's fair point. Yeah.
And just all those delightful little tidbits that he put in, like with the mumbling and then
Mm,
people constantly saying, "What?" because they didn't hear him. Or there's a moment when he's helping someone move boxes and she's like, "Oh, thanks, you're a really good guy." And David says, "Not at all." He's not at all a good guy. You're right. I'm like, those little
I
things
didn't notice.
that are
I
sprinkled
didn't
throughout the
notice.
book that it just makes the reading experience so good.
I didn't even notice
You
that.
didn't?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh, that was one of the parts of the book where I was like, this author is onto something. He's so good. I loved it. Loved it. Loved it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I didn't pick on that.
I thought that was just a
That was very
delightful
smart.
little
Yeah.
self-aware tidbit thrown in there. That was,
Ah.
oh, such a little detail, but it's little details like that that make the book so well executed.
And I think another reason is first half genuinely made me work for it, like to go
It was a
through.
bit of a slog, and
Yeah,
googling every second word.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, but the latter half completely justifies the patience.
Mm.
So yeah, I consumed it in one sitting.
Mm.
It was well done. Very. It's if normally when I read a book, for me I look for a likable character.
Mm.
So I mean, obviously the protagonist is totally opposite to that, and I never liked Veronica even from the beginning. Sarah was a likable girl, but she wasn't a sort of a major part of the story.
No, because everything we saw of Sarah was through David's perspective, and he didn't think
Yeah,
very
that's
much of
right.
her. So,
That's right. Correct. Exactly. Yeah. Mm. But yeah, in it was well under 250 pages. It's yeah, like I said, it's still I enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading it. I think the author did a spectacular job.
but yeah, this is definitely my genre. This is my cup of tea. This is that
Mm,
good shit. I love
mm,
it. I can tell this is like way out of your usual
yep.
reading vibes. So obviously I'm gonna rate this much higher than you.
I knew you'd rate it high, but I didn't know you'd rate the highest.
Oh,
Uh,
I had it was yeah,
yeah.
words escape me.
Yeah.
I am rendered speechless.
I think people who liked You by Caroline Kepnes
Mm.
or the Netflix series You, I think they would like it. Do you reckon?
I don't know because you was I think portrayed in a very different way. This is more of like a social examination,
Mm,
whereas with you it was just kind of like this guy's a stalker, this guy's a creep. Let's see how
mm,
far he'll go. This is kind of more this guy genuinely doesn't have a sense that anything he's doing is bad.
You mean you or Lona?
Lona.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
because
All right,
in
yeah.
you, Joe, he kind of justifies everything he's doing. Whereas in this
Yeah.
book, I feel like David, he genuinely has no idea that he's being creepy as hell. He's just so
Okay.
out of it socially, and he has no idea of like social norms and the way to conduct oneself among other people, that he just has no idea that he's just being a little creeper. But definitely, if you are a fan of you, check it out. Just know that it is a different vibe for sure.
Yeah. At least the latter half. First half felt like it was you, for me at least.
It's probably because that change, that addressing Veronica as you, which is another thing that they do in
Yeah.
yeah.
But like I said, Joe. Is it his name, Joe, in you?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Joe and David, yeah, very different. Very, very different.
Joe
Yeah.
is portrayed more as like quite a charismatic, quite a charming guy who just has this kind of
That's right.
secret
Yeah.
obsession that.
Yeah.
And he's portrayed as very clever, but in a completely different way.
That's right. Yeah.
Whereas David he's a different animal.
Just yeah. Okay. Anything else that you've mentioned?
Well, I picked Lona for you to read, so I think now would be a good time for you to pick a book for me to read so that we can discuss.
Now I was thinking about that, but but then most of the books that I'm reading right now is a series, and I certainly don't want to give you a burden of reading 3 chunky books to finish to discuss it. Like,
Yeah, I think that'd be a
so
stretch.
I was thinking there was one other common ground that we have.
Thriller?
We can. It's been a while since we read this book, but I think we can still talk about it
Yes.
for a long time. Can you guess?
Cuckoo's Calling?
Yeah.
Oh! Yes. I think I can talk about that.
Yeah, because I read the book and then I watched the series as well, so the plot's still relatively fresh.
I'll take any excuse to watch the series again, to be honest.
So yeah, we'll next week we'll do Robert Galbraith's Cuckoo's Calling, which is the first book in the. I forgot the name of the series. Is there a name for this series? CB Strike?
Yeah, the CB Strike series, I think.
Yeah. Fun fact: I never knew John Galbraith was pseudonym for J.K. Rowling.
Oh,
But we'll talk more. We'll talk more about that next week.
there's a funny story about that.
I've got an episode that which I'm not proud of, as a fan of Harry Potter. Okay. Anything about Lona that you forgot or you wanna mention?
No, I feel like I
No.
discussed just about everything I wanted to say about this book. It is.
Oh, I didn't think this episode would last an hour and a half.
There's a lot to talk about. I really
Yeah.
loved this book, and I've thought about it a lot.
Oh, I can tell. Yeah, you had a lot of opinions. Yeah. Yeah.
And all of my opinions are objectively correct. So
The moment you say your opinion, it's objectively wrong to say it's objective. If that makes sense.
to you.
Everything we mentioned, the book, the timestamps for the spoiler section, plus any errata where we misspoke, it's all in the episode description, along with the chapters, so you can jump around. Yeah, we're on YouTube too. By the way, we got like 3 or 4 followers, like public followers. So I was a bit happy to see that during the week.
I have 2 YouTube accounts.
No, when I first created the channel, there were, I think, 8 or 9. I think they were all family members or close friends. And then now it's 12.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, we're in 2 digits.
That's so
Our number of
exciting.
followers. Yeah.
If anyone is interested in listening to us speak, God help you. But also, if you have any thoughts, please let us know. I would love to read someone else's interpretation of this book or any thoughts at all. If you've ever had a thought, please comment it. I'd love to read it.
Someone might have a very different opinion to us. Or something that we maybe haven't thought of. It would be interesting.
But I really enjoyed the fact that we could speak about this book from both genders' perspective.
That was very fresh.
Yeah, and I because a lot of the Goodreads reviews on this book are all women. Like a majority are. So I was so interested to hear from you when you finished this book, your thoughts about everything. I'm so excited we got to discuss it.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you reckon this book is more popular amongst women?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think a lot of the horror genre, women really like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think there's a particular reason or?
I don't know. Women are scared of a lot of things that men traditionally aren't that scared of.
Oh, well, maybe. Yeah.
We could psychoanalyze and go into it, but I don't know enough about it.
Yeah. Didn't you study psychology, by the way?
Yeah.
So you by definition, you should know something about it.
I don't know anything. I don't remember that.
Okay. Well, if you like this one, do us a favor, follow the podcast on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube if you can. And that's your dose for this week. Take as needed and see you next dose.
Bye-bye.
Bye.